everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video we are starting our April 5 days of foundation. Today, or this week, we will be using a variety of different foundations. Obviously, 5 different foundations. I'm going to be using a couple of cushion foundations, a gel foundation, a couple of compacts that are like creams. So a different variety this month, not one specific kind. I am going to be having 2 foundations that are drugstore or drugstore price, lower priced, and then the other 3 will be higher end foundations. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I've already put on my face. I already put some of the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. I am really going to town on this. I am almost halfway through. I'm going to have to buy another one here soon. I have a little bit of the Tatcha Water Cream just underneath my eyes to hopefully hydrate those bags. And then for primer, I'm using 2 primers. I've got the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Pure on the outside of my face, and then the Porefessional just on the inside around my nose area. So 2 different primers there. So that's what I've put on my face so far. So if you didn't recognize it from the thumbnail, this is the foundation I'm using today. This is from Physicians Formula. I did get this from my local Rite Aid. This is the Mineral Wear Talc-Free All-in-One ABC Cushion Foundation, Broad Spectrum, SPF 50 Sunscreen in the color 6815 Ivory. So I did not quite open this yet, but if you look at the bottom, I'm hoping the camera will focus on that. This color looks to be quite dark. You can sort of see it around the sticker there. I'm very concerned because this was the lightest shade that I could find at my Rite Aid. But when you open it up, it does have a little sponge inside, and then it does have the little door. If you guys have seen cushion foundations before, I'm sorry, did I say it was a cushion? This is a cushion foundation. I did. So inside is the seal. I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. And yeah, this looks quite dark for me. I'm going to put this seal aside. But there's the shade. And just first impression is that it's going to be quite dark. But we'll see. I'm not leaving the house today, so it should be okay. Does it have a bottom? No, this is it. Okay. Some of their compacts like will pop up and have something in the bottom, but this is it, so that's good. All right. I am not going to use the puff, or should I? I don't think I'm going to use a puff. This is the first time I'm using a cushion foundation. I do have a brush. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I also have my Flower Beauty sponge. So I'm going to do half my face with my sponge and the other half with my brush. I have never used a cushion foundation before, so possibly the other cushion one I'll use later this week. I might know how to use it a little bit better, but we shall see. I'm going to start with my sponge and do the right side of my face with my sponge. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in here. Pick up some product. There it is. And let's see how this goes. Okay, so it's dark, but not as dark as I had feared. Okay, so far I feel like that is a very sheer coverage, a very light coverage. I don't feel like it's giving me a lot of coverage at all. It's definitely a different tone. I don't think it's so much the shade color as much as the undertones that are causing me a problem with this. I think it just pulls a little bit more yellow, and like around my hairline, I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not, but around my hairline you can really see it, that it's much darker. It looks almost like I have a tan along my hairline. Okay, I'm going to go ahead in with a brush on the other side and see how this works. Okay, I did go in with the brush just underneath my under eye because I'm not planning on wearing concealer today, and I was having a hard time getting underneath my eye with the sponge. I still don't, the color I think is definitely off, especially down here on my neck. You can see the line right there where it stops. So the color's definitely off. It just looks like I have a little bit of a tan on my face, not anywhere else. Um, that's fine. I could use a lightener with this if I wanted to. As far as the finish, though, the finish is very dewy almost. I don't know if it's supposed to be dewy, but it definitely looks dewy to me. I am going to powder this, I think. Yeah, I am getting a little bit of transfer on my hand, so I am going to definitely powder this and see if that makes it a little bit more matte. I don't really prefer being too matte, but then again, on the other side, other hand, I don't really prefer being too dewy either. So I like to be a little bit in the middle. I don't know. I don't know. So far I'm having a little bit of problem around the inside of my nose, or the outside of my nose, I guess. It's already caking up in those areas. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not. I will zoom you in then in a little bit and we can talk about it, but actually I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in right now and we can talk about this for a little bit. So after initial application, I don't feel like I got too much of a difference in the way that this applied via sponge on my right hand side or your left, and brush on this side over here. I feel like it might be a little bit more coverage with the brush than with the sponge, which would make sense. I don't think it looks bad though. I was really concerned about the color, and yes, the color is definitely off. I'm going to be home all day. I might go out and get something to eat for dinner at some point, but it's not horrible. It's not bad enough that I wouldn't go out with this. I might look like a floating head, but that's fine. I am going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on then, but overall right now at initial application, I'm not too upset with this. The one thing I didn't do is look at their website and see what it says. So I'm going to look that up real quick and see what it says. Okay, so the description of this product on Physicians Formula website says, weightless mineral formula provides the multitasking benefits of an alphabet cream with the gentle, flawless, skin-perfecting effects of minerals. Revolutionary cushion foundation, I don't know how revolutionary it is, maybe when it first came out, instantly corrects visible imperfections, blurs fine lines and pores with a perfected airbrushed finish. SPF 50 broad-spectrum sunscreen protects from UVA, UVB rays. The ABC cushion technology, its ultra-fluid, lightweight formula delivers an instantly smoothing and firming effect while hydrating skin for effortless perfection. Unique cushion sponge delivery system dispenses the perfect dose. Each tap delivers customizable light to medium coverage. Okay. It has pretty good reviews on the website, actually. It's 4+ reviews, 4 like and a quarter star review on here. It is a little bit on the pricier side though, but Physicians Formula typically is. It's about $17, it's $16.95, but you can often get coupons for Physicians Formula. It looks like most of the lower starred amount reviews were on the price. So yeah, a lot of the people gave it 3 stars on the price. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know that it necessarily gives me a firming effect. I actually think it's getting darker as I'm sitting here. It's definitely possible. Foundations do have a tendency to oxidize on my skin. So, I don't know. I'm actually kind of liking the color though. It looks like I'm a little bit tan. I would have to bring it much further down my neck if I'm going to try to pull that one off. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on. The time now is 11:19. So we'll call that our check-in time. We'll call 11:20 our check-in time. I will go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on and I will be right back. Okay, everybody, the time is now 11:40. It took me 11:41. Took me about 20 minutes, a little over 20 minutes to do the rest of my makeup. What do I have on my face? I've got 2 different powders. I've got the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed, as well as the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Pressed Powder. They're both translucent, or supposed to be translucent, but they're a little bit more on the whiter side. So I tried to use those to lighten my foundation up a little bit. I don't know how successful I was, but I don't know. On my eyes, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette on my eyes today. And I have my MAC Painterly Paint Pot as my primer. I also have this Deuce Max Lash Volumizer Mascara on my upper lashes. And on my lower lashes, I have the Beauty Counter Lengthening Mascara on my lower lashes. So those are my lashes. And then on my face, I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the color Bronzer, the original bronzer color. And then the Butter Blush in the color Natural Glow. I just went with more of a natural look today just because I'm not planning on going out for too much today, but we'll see. And then on my lips, I have the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the color Weirdo, which is one of their cream finishes. So let's talk about this foundation for just a minute. Oh, and MAC Fix Plus as my setting spray. So let's talk a little bit about my foundation. So the first thing I will tell you that I noticed is my nose. I'm going to lean in to the camera here and hopefully it will pick up my nose. It appears as though the foundation wiped off my nose when I was putting my powder on. I hope the camera is showing that sufficiently, but it looks like my foundation on my nose is gone. So that is a little bit disappointing. You can see the redness on my nose. Other than that, and a little bit in here as well, I'm getting caking around my nose. I said that earlier. 20 minutes in, I'm already getting caking, but I have very deep nose creases. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have very deep nose creases. I have a bulbous nose at the bottom. So it's okay. I like it. Doesn't bother me, but it does have a tendency to make the foundation settle in there. On my lower jaw, my mouth and so forth, it's not looking too bad right now. I do think that this is going to be one that does definitely settle into every single pore, every single imperfection along my chin, just because of how it's settling into my nose creases right now. I don't know. There's not much I can do about that. Anyhow, yeah. Right now it's not looking horrible, but it doesn't mean it'll stay that way. Anyway, that's where we are at 20 minutes in. The nose just looks really bad. I don't know that the camera's picking it up, but the nose just looks really bad. And the color is definitely off, and this is the lightest shade. But Physicians Formula is definitely known for not really taking into account both darker shades and lighter shades. Most of their shade range is pretty much like light medium to maybe medium. That's about their entire shade range. So, all right, I'm going to go about my day. I have some video editing to do today. A lot of video editing to do today because my work life is getting a little bit more hectic for the next couple of weeks. So I am trying to get a little bit ahead on some editing. So that's where we are. So far, I think it's looking okay. I will check in. What did I say? It's about 11:40. My check-in time was 11:20. I will try to check in somewhere around 3:30, around that time, and let you know how it's looking 4 hours in. I do plan to wear this at least 8 hours. I don't think that'll be a problem, at least right now. It doesn't feel real heavy. That was part of their description on their website, is that it didn't feel heavy, and I agree. It definitely does not feel heavy. If you can get a shade that matches you and you don't have the same problems with your nose that I have with mine, this might actually work really well for you, especially because it does have the SPF 50. I might try to do a flash photography test with this one. If I do, I will put that picture in at the end of this video clip before you see my 3:30 clip. So, all right, that is it for right now. I will see you guys in just about 4 hours. Okay, everybody, so I have a mirror in one hand, a camera in the other hand, and I can't show you my watch. All right, it is a couple minutes after 4 o'clock. So it has been about 4.5 hours since I put this foundation on. And it's kind of cold outside, so I'm gonna make this a quick one. I'm looking in the mirror here. The color is still, I mean, the color is off. The color of this foundation's off. But actually it's wearing really well. I mean, my nose is still definitely, I mean, it's gone. I didn't put any more on, so it's not gonna come back. But other than that, it's actually wearing pretty well on my face, I think. I'm not even feeling like the chin is too bad, which is often a problem for me, is my chin. But even that doesn't look too bad. So just like my cheeks, my forehead. My mascara is going all over the place. It's a little bit older, so that's probably what's causing that. So it's giving me dark circles under my eyes. That is the mascara, that's not my eyes. But overall, I think it's looking really nice. The nose is a little bit cakey on both sides, but not too bad. But looking in the mirror here, I have the mirror over to that side of the camera. Looking in the mirror here, it's really not looking too bad. Like, this is actually wearing pretty well so far for 4 hours in. So again, I'm cold. I'm in a t-shirt. There's my arm. So I'm a little cold. So I'm gonna head back in the house, but so far 4.5 hours in, or a little bit over 4 hours in, I think it's looking pretty good. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's looking pretty good. So, all right, I will see you around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Don't mind my lips. I actually just put one of those heat activated lip balms on. Hold on. So it was this one here. I got it in one of my beauty boxes. It's a Aero Boost color enhancing lip balm. And it starts out as purple, but this is the color it looks on my skin. So apparently I am hot pink at heart. I don't know. Anyhow, let's talk about foundation. That's what you guys are here to talk about. So I do have my little mirror here. And let's go ahead and talk about this. So, oh, time frame. Time. What time is it? It is 8:35. So I've actually had this on for over 9 hours. I just got wrapped up in editing videos. That's pretty much what I've been doing all day today. I only went out of the house for about an hour and a half. And I've been sitting in the house the rest of the evening, or the rest of the day, editing videos. But anyway, we're going to talk about this one right here, the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Cushion Foundation. I don't know. Being that it's over 9 hours that I've had this on my skin, I think it's looking actually really good. I was really worried about this foundation. That's why I started it as the first one this month, because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. Actually, all of them that I'm doing this month really pushes me out of the comfort zone, out of my own comfort zone. So I'm going to be trying all new things over the next 4 days, including today, 5. I just haven't tried anything like these before. So all of them I'm a little bit concerned about. But this one I was, because of the color, what it looked like the color was going to be. And I'm pleasantly surprised that although it's dark, and you can definitely see that along my neck, it's not horrendous. Like, I didn't get any weird looks or anything like that. I think if I got a little bit of self tanner, this would probably work just fine, or I could probably mix it in with a lighter shade too. But other than that, my biggest complaint about this foundation is that it really sunk into some of my lines. Like up here on my forehead, I don't know that the camera will pick it up, but it is really in like this line here and in this line over here. You can't see it from far away, but like when I hold the mirror real up close, I can see it. So it's not bad. I did get cakey around the nose. That is pretty standard for my nose. That's not out of the ordinary. But other than that, I think it actually looks really good around my mouth still. It did get a little bit creasy here on my chin, but for the most part, around my mouth, it still looks really good. Overall, I'm really impressed with this. Other than the fact that when I put it on, it wiped off of my nose with the powder. And even that looks exactly the same as it did like 8.5 hours ago when I did my check-in. This doesn't look bad at all. I'm actually really, really impressed. Would I wear it for much longer? No. Like, I don't even think that I would wear this for 9 hours again. Like, I might wear it like for 8 hours, maybe, somewhere in there. But it's not a bad foundation. Now, can I get other drugstore foundations for lower cost that I like better? Yes. Point blank, yes. The my favorite foundation, the CYO Life Proof, that's like $7. And I think this is retailed for $16.95, somewhere in there. 16, 17, 15, somewhere in that range. And the CYO is half the cost, and I would pick the CYO over this in a heartbeat. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, which I think is $6, I would choose that. Even the e.l.f. foundation that I tried out in March, I like better than this. So there are other drugstore foundations that I like better than this, and I don't know that. I mean, maybe for portability's sake, like if you're traveling or something and you don't want a liquid, I don't think this counts as a liquid since it's technically in a compact. So maybe for travel, this might work real well if you don't want to have a liquid. I don't know. But overall, I think this foundation actually looks really nice after 9 hours, considering my skin. Now, granted, I didn't really go outside the house, so I can't really speak too much in that regard. But so this didn't really have like a full, like, thorough test of me like exercising or going outside the house in the weather. But it was cold today, but it wasn't like rainy or anything like that. So, but overall, I think the finish is nice. I think it looks nice on my skin. Transferability didn't transfer at all. Like just touching my skin. Now, if I itch or scratch, it does. Is it to the level of the Peach Perfect that I tried out in February? No, but you can touch your face and not have anything transfer. Like I said, the only time I had that was like if I had an itch or a scratch or something like that, and I got a little bit on my fingernail. That was about it. So overall, I really like this foundation. It wouldn't rank up there among my top foundations, but it's not a bad one. So yeah, we'll see how I like it as I keep trying it throughout the month of April. And I'll let you know what my thoughts are in my monthly wrap up. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit the red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Have you tried this cushion foundation? If so, what are your thoughts on it? I'd like to hear them. So anyhow, I do hope you enjoyed this epic beauty fail, and I'll see you next time. Bye.